How you doing?
Hi, George.
Hi. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Jorge Rivera, George Rivera from Kibo in Puerto Rico. Hello.
Oh,
Hello,
Uh,
Jorge.
First of all, amazing movie. I know this is a little bit of a cliche phrase in the industry, but I honestly was glued to this my seat to the border of my seat for the last half of the movie. Amazing movie. And I wanted to ask you, Joseph, that you took a lot of great choices with Catch the Fur One, and one of them was to keep it grounded to a level of reality that you don't usually see in this kind of revenge movies. And why did you choose that? Why did you went into that style?
I think we wanted to use the genre, obviously, to bring an audience in that might not come to a film like this. It feels like a straight drama, let's say. But I wanted it. I wanted it to be as grounded and real as possible. Part of the power of having a real fighter and a real person acting in the film is you turn the camera on and it just immediately has that reality to it. And we were touching on something that is a very real issue that's going on. So we wanted to, ground the audience in that and make them feel that, and how in our locations, in our production design, in the performances, because performances, are also kind of fill in all that tone, if that makes sense. And it was just a choice that we wanted to do very on. But at the same time, we did also want to be precise in our design of the film. We didn't want to just shoot it all verite, handheld. We still wanted it to be precise in a way. So yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Kaylee, did you think that how much of your training and talent as a boxer, you're an amazing boxer, of course.
thank you.
What do you think that you brought from your boxing ability and training to give you something of an edge to get into your character? Not only because she's a boxer also, but because of her fighting spirit and intensity.
I believe, and I attested to being in boxing for over 20 years now, and my discipline to want to get the best out of myself no matter what I do. So just like I have the coaches with boxing, Joseph was like a coach behind the camera. He sees what I don't see, just like my coaches see what I don't see, and that trust that you have to have with the teammate, because he's my teammate, in order to get exactly what you're going for and get that goal right in front of you. So that being very determined and very self-critical, and being a OCD Virgo that has nothing to do with boxing, but the discipline, I have to say a lot of parallels with acting and boxing. Absolutely.
Yes, I know you work on the script as well as Joseph, but if there's something, if there wasn't a way that you could talk to your character for a couple of minutes to ask her a question that would help you work on the on doing her on a screen, is there what kind of questions you would ask her to help you with your work?
What are you feeling right now in this moment? How do you feel inside? Like, do you feel like screaming? Do you want to cry? Like, I need to know what you feel right now, because she doesn't verbally say it a lot. So I would need to know how she would feel so I could show it.
Joseph, in the last couple of years, we've seen the rise of a kind of new genre of elevated horror, or maybe the resurgence, if we're be honest, but which is horror that works more of in the dramatic themes. Was that something in your mind while making the movie, filming the movie, especially because you have worked in Fear the Walking Dead, which is a little bit in that, but is that something that was in your mind while filming this movie? You feel it could fall into the elevator horror maybe a little bit?
Yeah, definitely not. I wouldn't say it's a horror film, but I definitely would say that we wanted to push the tension and the suspense and the design editorially and the visual grammar of the film. We certainly wanted to use certain elements of horror or just tension and to build into the film. And for example, like when Bobby's in his house by himself and he's showering, we don't know where Kaylee is, there's very, and then his knife is on the counter and then it's not there. That is very sort of building the suspense of when she's going to appear. So there's certainly elements of that, but still grounded in sort of a more thriller kind of way that we were portraying the film.
Okay. I know this movie touches very important and personal issues for you both. So what is the most important thing you want audiences to get from watching Catch the Fur One?
That this missing and murdered Indigenous people and relatives, sisters, women's, boys is something that is so real, and it's been happening in different fashions since the dawn of colonialism. And just spread that awareness, have those conversations. And the more people know, more aware people are, is the catalyst to change.
Right. So thank you very much. Appreciate a lot. Amazing movie. And I hope you both have a lot of more success in the future.
Thank you so much
thank
for
you
your
so
time.
much. Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Jorge.